about narcissist sympathizers. These are the people usually around you that probably very close, parents, close friends, that you believe them mean well. You believe them because you have to believe them mean well anyway. All right, guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, please go ahead and subscribe. And if my old subscribers, welcome back. Guys, go ahead and check out my book for the kids. Is Because My Mental Health Matters, and the link is in the description. You can get that from Amazon. It kind of help the children build foundation before they go out there to deal with things that they might already be dealing with at home, living with a narcissist. All right, guys, let's talk about narcissist sympathizers. Like I said, these are usually probably your parents or their parents or close friends, whatever, that are around you that you know, based on your history with them, that they obviously mean well. However, when it comes to the discussion of the narcissist, these are some of the things that you need to watch out for, especially if you're still living with the narcissist, you haven't separated yet. These are the people around you, like when you tell them stuff that is going on, if you're able to do that, because sometimes some people don't even talk about it until afterwards, because it's crazy. But if you are somehow letting them know the things that happen in the house, or how you're living with a narcissist, and these are some of the things that it say, you need to watch out for this, because there's a difference when somebody doesn't understand that the people like that exist. And then there's another thing too, when people just can't understand but somehow justify it or make some kind of excuse for it, or explain it away. So one of the things that you constantly hear from people like that is they blame the childhood of the narcissist. No matter what you tell them, they're going to say you how they had a terrible childhood and this and this and that, even though they are 44 and they've gone through life. They've had an opportunity to get therapy, figure something out. Like somehow they bring up the childhood, like because they were hurt, or because they experienced a bad childhood, that somehow they need to terrorize other people. So these are the people, no matter what you tell them, they'll always default to the childhood. The next thing, of course, is if they're not blaming that, they're blaming stress from work and life and everything, even though you that is telling them that is pretty much dealing with stress and life and work and everything. So, but somehow the narcissists are dealing with these things that you're going through as well is special. It's special. So we need to give them a special space for that, because whatever it is, theirs obviously is worse than everybody else's. The next one is that when you talk to these people, the suggestions they have of fixing the problem, in quote, is always coming from what you can change, what you can do. It's never about what both of y'all can do. No, it's always about you. Well, have you done this? Well, have you changed this? Maybe you should do this. Maybe you should do that. It's always how that comes out. It's always you. That somehow you that is talking about it, that is trying to explain, that is trying to tell them what is going on, is always how you can do it. And the thing is, no matter how crazy what you say sounds, because half of what you're saying, or most of what you're saying, is it doesn't make any sense, unless you're living it. They will still tell you this stuff like, what you can change, do this, is always you. Then if they manage to talk to the narcissist, or they want they approach them in a way that they are pleading, from a pleading standpoint, trying to almost negotiate with them, whereas when they're talking to you, is always what you can do. And I mean, they are very, is out there clearly what they want you to do. However, when they do actually go approach the narcissist, say to discuss anything, they approach the narcissist from a pleading standpoint. Let's negotiate. Well, you want to do this? Well, you might want to try do this, or what if we do this, and would this help you? Yeah, that's how they approach the narcissist. If they at all get to that point where that they're actually talking to the narcissist and they're not stopping the whole discussion with you and what you can do, is they are pleading with the narcissist, negotiating with the narcissist to treat you like a decent human being. And the next thing you hear is the people that tell you, well, both of you need to do this, both of you need to do that. They've heard the crazy thing you just said. That doesn't make any sense, but they start this conversation. Well, both of you need to do this. Both of you, if you both can just go over here, and yeah, those are the people that are sympathizing with the narcissist. And I know because it's coming from those type of people and how close you are. Like I said, it could be a parent. If your parents that have been like they're supporting you all throughout life and everything, um, their parents or friends. So you listening to this will, of course, starting off like they have to mean well, right? However, when this kind of things, these are the responses you get when you're talking about what you're actively dealing with, what you live with, and these are what they come up with. There's something in those people that need to be fixed somewhere. There's something that they need to take care of. Like I said earlier, if there's one thing, if you don't understand that people like this exist until you're living with them, and there's another thing, if you do understand, you see, it doesn't make any sense, but somehow you make excuses. Somehow you're trying to find justification for it because it couldn't be what you are saying. So it got to be something else. Those people, as much as we love them, as close as we are to them, need to figure something out psychologically. Something else is wrong with them. There's something else that they need to work on. Because nobody will hear what you're saying. Like half of the stuff you wish you're making it up, but you don't. You're not. It's happening. And the only thing they could come up with is excuses, justifications of how you need to change or how both of you, in quote, need to change. Yeah. You need to stop wasting your time telling them anything. They don't understand it. There's something they need to fix inherently. There's something else that they need to fix on their own to be able to process what you're saying correctly. All right, guys, get a hold of your mind and everything will fall into place. Please like and share. Take care.